Have you ever been in the middle of an argument where the stakes were high? You know, the kind where every word feels like it could either make or break your day, your relationships, or even your life goals. What if I told you there's a way to approach these moments not just to win, but to win with calm and integrity? What if I told you this approach could change the way people view you, increase your influence, and build trust like never before? Today, we're diving deep into the Stoic guide to mastering arguments. Whether you're at work, in a personal relationship, or just trying to navigate daily conversations, these ancient principles can transform the way you handle conflict. Stick around until the end. You'll want to hear the final tip that could be a game changer in how you argue. We all have moments when we clash with others. It's part of being human. But what if these moments, instead of tearing us down, could actually build us up? To understand that, we need to start by asking, why do we argue in the first place? The answer isn't as simple as to win. It's deeper. At its core, an argument is a battle for clarity, understanding, and self-expression. It's about standing up for what we believe in, but it's also about how we do it. Take a moment and ask yourself, when was the last time you argued with someone, and how did you feel afterward? Angry, embarrassed, proud, or maybe just tired? To truly win an argument, we need to approach it differently. Enter Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that, despite being thousands of years old, holds the key to handling modern-day conflicts. The Stoics taught us that while we can't control others, we can control ourselves. And that's where our journey begins, with understanding how to maintain calm and integrity, even in the heat of battle. Now, let's break down the 5 pillars of Stoic strategy for mastering arguments. Each of these pillars will help you maintain your composure, keep your values intact, and come out on top, not just in the conversation, but in life. Number 1, listen more than you speak. Stoicism emphasizes wisdom, which is often found in silence and active listening. When you truly listen, you not only understand the other person's perspective, but you also build a foundation for respect. Active listening involves more than just hearing words. It's about understanding the intent, emotions, and underlying needs of the other person. When you listen with genuine interest, you allow yourself to understand their viewpoint, which often leads to finding common ground. This can shift the focus from winning to connecting, making the argument less confrontational and more collaborative. The philosopher Epictetus once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." By embodying this principle, you demonstrate that you value the other person's thoughts and feelings, which encourages them to respect yours in return. Number 2, practice empathy and aim for common ground. The last pillar, practicing empathy and aiming for common ground. Stoics believed in universal reason to connect with others. To truly win with integrity, we need to remember that everyone is doing their best with the knowledge and experience they have. When you approach an argument from a place of empathy, you open the door to mutual understanding. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. Stoicism teaches that we are all connected, and that the reason we argue often comes from a place of shared human concerns. When you aim for common ground, you align your argument with the other person's core values and needs. This helps shift the discussion from an us versus them mentality to a we mentality. When an argument reaches a stalemate, try rephrasing the other person's point in a way that shows you understand. For instance, "I see why you feel that way. It makes sense. Here's my perspective, and maybe we can find a way forward that respects both our views." One of the most powerful examples comes from the philosophy of Marcus Aurelius. He would often remind himself to treat others as brothers and sisters, recognizing that everyone has their struggles and that no one is perfect. By taking a moment to see through another's eyes, he could lead with empathy, a skill that made him one of the most respected leaders of his time. Number 3, master your emotions. The Stoics believed in responding with logic, not letting emotions lead the way. This doesn't mean suppressing how you feel. It means understanding your emotions, acknowledging them, and choosing how to express them. Stoicism recognizes that emotions are natural, but it emphasizes that we shouldn't be slaves to them. When emotions take the lead, they cloud our judgment and make it difficult to think rationally. To master your emotions, you first need to identify them. Are you angry, frustrated, anxious, or scared? Once you can name the emotion, you can take a step back and assess why you're feeling that way. This pause gives you the space to choose how you want to respond rather than react impulsively. When you feel anger bubbling up during an argument, practice the pause and breathe technique. Inhale deeply for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, and exhale for 4 counts. This simple exercise helps interrupt the emotional response cycle and allows your logical brain to kick in. Take the story of Seneca, another Stoic philosopher who faced multiple betrayals in political intrigue. Despite being exiled and accused of treason, he managed to write about maintaining equanimity in the face of adversity. His guidance was simple but profound. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Number 4, use the memento mori principle. The third pillar, memento mori, or remember that you will die, sounds morbid, right? But it's actually empowering. Stoics use this principle to put their problems into perspective. In the grand scheme of life, how much will this argument really matter? When you keep your mortality in mind, you stop sweating the small stuff and start focusing on what truly matters. The memento mori principle reminds us of the transient nature of life. Arguments that seem significant at the moment often fade in importance when viewed through the lens of our mortality. This mindset shifts our focus from winning at any cost to finding a resolution that respects both parties and promotes understanding. It teaches us to value relationships over being right and to understand that life is too short to engage in petty disputes. When you're in a heated conversation, silently ask yourself, will this matter in a year, in 5 years, on my deathbed? If the answer is no, it might be time to refocus on empathy and shared goals rather than winning the argument. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, who practiced memento mori daily, wrote in Meditations, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This principle isn't about being morbid. It's about prioritizing what truly matters and choosing peace over victory. Number 5, know what you control. The Stoics believe that our power lies in our response, not in trying to control others' reactions. When you're in an argument, remind yourself, what's within my power? My thoughts, my words, and my actions. That's it. Stoicism teaches that the only things within our control are our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. Everything else, the opinions of others, the behavior of people around us, and external circumstances, are beyond our influence. This realization can be incredibly liberating. When you approach an argument with this mindset, you stop trying to force the other person to see things your way. Instead, you focus on presenting your perspective clearly and staying true to your principles. This way, you don't feel defeated when someone doesn't change their mind, because your focus was never on controlling them, but on how you handled yourself. Imagine you're in a heated conversation at work where a coworker insists on their point of view. Instead of trying to force a win by persuading them, focus on your response. Take a deep breath. Remind yourself, I control how I react, and maintain your composure. This not only keeps you calm, but also makes you more credible and respected in their eyes. Think about Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher. He led an empire and faced rebellions, conspiracies, and constant political conflict, yet he was known for being remarkably calm and rational. When faced with criticism or confrontation, he wrote in his meditations to focus on what he could control: his character, his mindset, and his actions. And there you have it, the 5 pillars of winning an argument with calm and integrity. These timeless Stoic principles remind us that true strength isn't found in shouting the loudest or winning at any cost. It's found in how we carry ourselves, how we listen, and how we choose to act. The next time you find yourself in an argument, remember these pillars, and you won't just win. You'll win in a way that brings respect, growth, and long-lasting peace. If you found these insights valuable, don't stop here. Dive deeper into Stoic teachings and how they can elevate your life in all areas. Check out our next video, where we explore how embracing Stoic habits can lead to a life of joy and fulfillment. Click now and keep the journey going. And as always, remember, the path to victory starts with the strength within you.